Hello guys. So on the attack disc there are three things that you can rotate. This disc represents the true course. The next disc represents your enemy ship. And the small disc represents your periscope. You can't move the outer disc, which represents the relative bearing. Now make sure you always grab those where you can read the numbers. So don't try to grab this guy on its top, because it won't work. You will move the wrong disc. Alright, now let's close this and bring up the map. And I will make a very simple example just so that you can understand how you would have to set this up. Alright, let's say this would be our ship and we were moving westwards with a true course of 270 degrees. And to our right we would see an enemy ship, which would be a relative bearing of 90 degrees, right? If we would look through our periscope, it would say 90 degrees. And the enemy ship would move parallel to us, meaning the same true course of 270 degrees. So the true bearing from our position to the enemy ship would be 0 degrees, right? Because we would see the enemy ship north. Now obviously that example is extremely simple, but we will just set up the attack disc now and see if we get the same numbers. So let's close this and bring up the attack disc. So our course is 270 degrees. So I will set the true course disc so that 270 is pointing upwards to align with 180 degrees of the outer ring. Don't get confused by this. So 270 is pointing upwards. Now through our periscope we see the enemy ship at a relative bearing of 90 degrees. So we will look for this 90 degree, right? Because that outer ring is representing the relative bearing. So we move the periscope disc that it points at 90 degrees. Now we can already see by that figure here, the inner ring, that our true bearing to the enemy ship is 0 degrees north, right? Now the enemy ship sees us on his left at a 90 degree angle on bow. So we move this 90 so that it aligns with our periscope disc, and now we can see that the true course of the enemy ship is 270 degrees. See that triangle here? That's pointing at the true course of the enemy ship. Now it's a very simple example, but you can see that we are getting the same figures. We are getting a true course, a true bearing to the enemy of 0 degrees, and we are getting a true course of the enemy ship of 270 degrees. If I close this and bring up the map again, we can just confirm that. So I hope this helps you to understand it and to set it up. Very simple example. Thanks for watching and goodbye.